I want to talk about cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, kidney dialysis, kidney failure. All these things are related, and most of what the American people have been taught and subjected to treatments for have been false, okay? We are living in a time in which things haven't changed for 5,000 years. Every century for the last 5,000 years, 7,000, 8,000 years, there's been thousands of failed medical theories, in the 20th century and 21st century are no different. And so once you get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the books Dead Doctors Don't Lie and Rare Earths Been Cures, and then Black Gene Lies. These books go into the great detail, particularly cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, and kidney failure / kidney dialysis. Well, let's look at the controversial cholesterol saturated fat theory, okay, and the Mediterranean diet theory. Oh, those are supposed to be the salvation of the American heart. In the 1950s, it came out. 1960s, it came out by a guy by the name of Ancel Keys, who's on the board of Procter & Gamble, also on the board of the American Heart Association. He's a professor of medicine at the medical school at the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis. And he was on the cover, 1961, he was on the cover of Time magazine as the savior of the American heart because he was the one who was pushing the Mediterranean diet, the cholesterol theory and the saturated fat theory as a cause of cardiovascular disease. Well, it turns out the whole thing was a sales campaign to have Procter & Gamble sell a product called Crisco. But they had to demonize the stuff that people had been using, Grandma had been using for thousands of years, lard, butter, and cream, for shortening and cooking and taste and so forth. And so they wanted to replace that with this Crisco. And so Ancel Keys brokered the deal between the Procter & Gamble and the American Heart Association, where the American Heart Association got $1.7 million in exchange for an endorsement. This remained kind of secret up until about 2 years ago when it was a 2 full-page story in the Wall Street Journal. Hello. Okay? Mediterranean diet really was based during Lent, right after the Second World War. Everybody's starving to death, and we got these little islands within the Mediterranean Sea, okay? And these are the only people that they really interviewed because everybody else didn't fit the Isle of Crete was the only one they used, like 85 guys, okay, who made up the data for the Mediterranean diet. And and this again was all to sell Crisco. Well, let's look at what causes congestive heart failure. Certainly not saturated fat or things like cholesterol. Congestive heart failure is caused by a deficiency of a single vitamin. Cardiomyopathy heart disease, I'm kind of an expert in that because I've done 1,700 autopsies on humans and, I don't know, maybe thousands in animals of various species that have died of that disease, a deficiency of a single mineral. And then what about coronary artery disease? And coronary artery disease and artery disease all over the body, including the brain and the eyes and the heart, of course, and the kidneys, which results in kidney failure, quote unquote, and the need for kidney dialysis. This has nothing to do with cholesterol or saturated fat. It's caused by inflammation. I said that in 1971. There's a paper published in an international pathology journal called Acta Pathologica out of Denmark. And they said that cholesterol and saturated fat were really not the problem. It was inflammation. And that was 1971. Of course, it turns out I was quite correct back in 71, and that's why that 1,200-page book that came out of that study is in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure. Okay? High blood pressure has nothing to do with cholesterol or saturated fat. It can be due to PAD, peripheral artery disease, where you're getting plugging of the small, tiny arteries in your fingers and your face and your ears and your toes and your kidneys and heart and brain and so forth. And this causes the pressure to go up, causes a higher risk of all kinds of things when your blood pressure goes up. It shortens your life for sure. And it's because you can't get blood push those little bitty arteries because they're plugged, okay, and caused by inflammation. And then what about thrombotic stroke, where you get a blood clot in a brain artery? What about coronary thrombosis, where you get a blood clot in a coronary artery? This has nothing to do with cholesterol or saturated fat. It's all caused by a deficiency of omega-3 essential fatty acids, or a ratio problem between omega-3, 6s, and 9s. And, of course, that's another one of the reasons my book is in the Smithsonian Institute. I actually sued the FDA over that one and prevailed. So I can say this without fear of retribution from the FDA or anybody, because I'm quite correct. Kidney dialysis has nothing to do with the kidney. 99% of the time when you have kidney failure, there's nothing wrong with your kidney. It actually is a clogging of the arteries that carry the dirty blood into the filtering units. And so the goal here is to increase the blood flow through the blocked arteries and support healthy blood pressure. And, of course, we have, over the last 37 years, come up with a method to do that, to support healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries and support healthy blood pressure. And kidney function comes back. I don't care if you haven't urinated in 10 years. You're on dialysis 6 days a week. We have many people who haven't urinated in many, many years, and within weeks or months, they're able to begin to urinate again because the blood supply has been reestablished. And just through changing the diet, getting rid of the inflammatory foods, fried foods, processed meats, oils, and gluten, get rid of those things. And we actually came up with a program, which is in epigenetics, the death of genetic theory, disease transmission, dead doctors don't lie, rare earth event cures, and black gene lies. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Virtually every sector of the economy has slowed to a snail's pace. Huge publicly traded companies are laying off thousands of employees. Believe it or not, even the government is letting people go. However, one business industry is thriving, and that's healthcare. Pharmaceutical and health insurance companies are posting record profits in a near-depression economy. Americans are sicker than ever, and those companies are profiting like never before. You too can get involved in healthcare for just a one-time sign-up fee. Youngevity is building an army of associates dedicated to saving America. Dr. Joel Wallach has educated thousands of people on the concept of do-it-yourself healthcare. With a little education, much of what is done in a doctor's office can be done simply and safely at home. Join Youngevity and help save America. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Fish has been thought of as a brain food for eons, but it's not the fish that's key. It's actually the essential fatty acids, EFAs, or omega-3s found in fish, called essential because they're necessary for good health and your body can't make them. So they must be consumed through diet or supplementation. Youngevity has developed the perfect supplement in SmartFX, an acronym for Sustained Memory and Retrieval Time, a concentration of DHA and EPA, both members of the omega-3 family, supporting neural path function and cardiovascular health for optimal mental concentration, awareness, focus, and agility. If you've got a mentally demanding career, you're a student crunching for the big test, or just want to maintain health for a sense of well-being, try SmartFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound, turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about Alzheimer's, as there is a CNN story here headlined, "For Alzheimer's Patients, Resveratrol Brings New Hope." They say that the antioxidant found in grapes and chocolate and red wine has been touted as a possible antidote for Alzheimer's, cancer, diabetes, and many other conditions. It's the first study of Alzheimer's patients with the compound taken in concentrated doses, and it did actually benefit and slowed the process of the disease. The researchers looked at 21 medical centers across the U.S. and looked at the effectiveness of taking high doses of resveratrol in an experimental pill equal to that found in 1,000 bottles of red wine in people with mild to moderate Alzheimer's. They looked at several biomarkers at the Alzheimer's and found that people who took 4 pills a day for a year had higher levels of amyloid beta proteins in their spinal fluid than those who took the placebo. The accumulation of amyloid beta protein in the brain is a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Patients actually have lower levels of the protein outside of the brain. The study suggests that resveratrol could help change the balance from amyloid beta buildup in the brain to circulating protein in the body, according to one of the lead investigators here, Dr. R. Scott Turner, professor of neurology at the Georgetown University Medical Center. This was all published in the journal Neurology, is quoted as saying, "The study is encouraging enough that we should certainly go ahead and do a larger clinical trial based on, because it showed that it is safe and does have significant effects on Alzheimer's biomarkers." They say that the study of 119 patients was to find out whether the high doses were safe, and the patients taking it lost about 2 pounds over 1 year, and those that were on the control group actually gained about 1 pound. They say there's much more research needed, and the patients had a slight improvement in their ability to carry out daily tasks such as remembering to brush their teeth. And patients who took resveratrol told the researchers that they felt like they were maintaining their mental ability. Neither participants nor the researchers knew who was getting the resveratrol in the trial, and so it was a gold standard study. I say if it does pan out, it may add to the current available drugs such as Aricept, Lexon, and to slow the progression of the disease. And I was thinking, well, why not just take some Cell Shield RTQ or some other product that has a lot of resveratrol in it, rather than taking the drugs, because there's a lot of side effects associated with those drugs. The common side effects for those drugs is diarrhea, loss of appetite, and weight loss is a problem there. Muscle cramps, nausea, trouble sleeping, unusual tiredness or weakness, and vomiting.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Doug. I would add to people's 90 essential nutrients the Cocogivity. I like to look at Cocogivity as the 91st essential nutrient. I put it on my ice cream. That's the 91st essential nutrient is the dark chocolate, the Cocogivity. And I also take it in my coffee, my Java Fit coffee, so I make my own mocha cafe using the Cocogivity. I also take, as you point out, the Cell Shield RTQ, 6 capsules of Cell Shield RTQ, which I take 3 twice a day. It gives me the amount of resveratrol you find in 1,000 glasses of red wine. And so it's very, very exciting to see that everything that I believed in is being supported and confirmed. Okay, but we also know how to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease by close to 80%. Double-blind randomized study by one of the biggest medical schools in America. It was a 10-year study in 5,000 people. They all were the same. They all came from the same country. Originally, they all had the same diet, the same religion, the same things they excluded from their diet. They all lived in the same valley. They're all the same profession. And what a great study it was. It reduced the risk of Alzheimer's disease by 78% compared to the controls. Whoa. Okay. Well, read the book Epigenetics. You'll find all the details in there. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Woodland Hills, California, and Felipe, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Felipe, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. This is Philippe Willems, and I spoke to you a month ago, and I just jumped on after watching a video, getting a bunch of the products. I'm on 9 of them. And in our conversation, I mentioned that I had my mitral valve prolapse, that I've had severe regurg for years. And that has come along, but I had some questions about the combinations of things that I'm taking, that you suggested, and to make sure that I'm taking them right or the best way. I have the what I'm going to call BTT with that package.
The Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
Yeah, so
Healthy
I'm
Brain
doing
and Heart Pack.
the scoops a day, and the Beyond Osteo Effects 1 scoop, and the Cardio Sticks, which, by the way, were back ordered, and I just got them a couple days ago in my second shipment. So I've got those, and the Immortalium, and the Glucogel, and the Ultimate EFA and EFA Plus, and the Cardio Effects and Selenium. And you had mentioned do a double dose of Selenium and double dose of the Cardio Effects. But I was curious about on some of my diet what I should be doing and not doing. And I did want to give you good news that because I didn't want to give my life at the VA hospital, it looks like I've got a connection where my cardiologist friend is at the VA trying to get me over to a Dr. Carr, K-A-R, at Cedars-Sinai, where they would do, if I need it, if I'm the candidate for it, that new E-clip, the MitraClip, which is much less invasive. So,
the odds are you won't need that, Philippe.
I'm hoping that the one little leaflet that is totally flapping on the mitral valve, that the heart can repair itself with these right products.
Well, the body wants to heal itself. The body is built to heal itself, Philippe. Okay, give it the right raw materials, the body will heal itself. So, it's good to have Plan B, but if you don't need it, you don't need Plan B just because there's Plan B, right? Okay, now let me ask you a couple of questions because we only have a small amount of time here. How much do you weigh?
About 120, and I'm like 5'8"-ish.
Okay, so you're slim. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Shar, what diet would you give Philippe? What would be the dietary restrictions you'd give him? Oh, hang on. Well, we got to run to one of those message moments, so hang on, Philippe, hang on, Shar. We'll be back, and Shar and I will give you what you need to do with your diet after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to California and Philippe. Okay, Shar, I apologize for interrupting you early. So what would you give this guy nutritionally? What would be his dietary restrictions?
Well, he needs to get on a gluten-free diet so he can absorb all the nutrients.
Okay. And what else? Remember, he's got a heart problem. What else would you eliminate from his diet?
I would get him on a healthy brain and heart pack.
No. He's already got a supplement program. His diet? What would you give him in his diet?
Oh, I would make sure that he eats a lot of eggs and butter, and does not eat fried food, does not eat any kind of oils, no salad oils, no canola oil, no olive oil.
Not even olive oil? Not even olive oil?
No.
What about microwave popcorn?
Oh, no, they found out that's lethal.
Oh, yeah. That actually causes 50,000 heart attacks a year, 20,000 which are fatal. So, don't want to use microwave popcorn. If you want popcorn, Philippe, you got to use air pop popcorn and melt some butter and throw some salt on it, and salt and butter, real butter, not margarine. And microwave popcorn front page story, USA Today, June of 2015. Stay away from it. It's a heart killer. Okay, let's see here. Douglas, go to callers.
All right, let's head to Alabama. And Tehran, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Tyron, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, Dr. Joe Wallace.
Thank you, sir. How can we help you?
Pretty good. A church member of mine, she suffers with sickle cell.
Okay.
I was wondering if you have a health drink called Z-Radical, and you have another protein, I think it's the RGQ.
Cell Shield RTQ? Mm-hmm.
No, she's not. I heard them mention it pertaining to longevity. I was wondering if any of those supplements would be good for her. She doesn't work. She said she couldn't afford
the whole thing. Okay, well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
Okay, now sickle cell anemia is what we call an inborn error metabolism. And when she was an embryo in her mother's uterus in the 3rd to 7th week of pregnancy, when the bone marrow cells that actually manufacture hemoglobin were forming, Mama was missing something, so she got some of those pieces left out. So she doesn't make perfect hemoglobin. She makes defective hemoglobin, which results in the sickle cell anemia. Okay? And I've been dealing with this, since the 1960s when I found sickle cell anemia in everything from hummingbirds, antelope, and deer. Okay? And even goats have been reported to have sickle cell anemia. It's a very simple nutritional deficiency of the embryo. Now, once the baby's born, you can't cure it in the sense you just take a single dose, but you can manage it much better than they have historically, so there's no crises. Nobody should die of sickle cell anemia. In white people, when they get sickle cell anemia, the same problem is called thalassemia because they knew there was a problem with the genetic theory of sickle cell anemia, 50, 60, 70 years ago, but they didn't want to give that up, so they called sickle cell anemia in white folks thalassemia. So hang on, and we'll come back to you, and we will give you a program for this lady after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Alabama and Tyron, and we'll talk about his friend, the lady who has sickle cell anemia. And again, this is an inborn error metabolism. It's a birth defect that affects the hemoglobin manufacturing cells in the bone marrow, okay, and it's manageable much, much better than the medical system has historically done it. And so this gal's got to get rid of all the bad stuff and no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. So she's going to save a lot of money just by getting rid of all the bad stuff. Now, how much does she weigh, Tyron? Do you know?
Oh, man, she's small, Dr. Watt. She looked like she's about 110.
Oh, 110, okay, 100 pounds, 110.
She's
all right.
Real small. She's about the size of your finger.
Okay, I understand. So, Shar, that's about your size. You're about 110. So what would you give her to help with this, manage the sickle cell anemia, support and promote healthy blood pressure, healthy blood count, and just remember, as part of the cardiovascular system, what would you give her?
I'd give her the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack because it's got the selenium in it, which is for the sickle cell anemia.
Perfect. You get an A++. Very well done. So that's where we're going to go, Tyron. Your friend, she needs to have one healthy brain and heart pack per month. I'd go ahead and get her an extra bottle of selenium so she could have 3 of those twice a day or 2, 3 times a day, total of 6 a day. Get rid of all the bad stuff, and she will have a much healthier life. Certainly, it'll reduce the risk of crises and death from sickle cell anemia. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Spokane, Washington. And Michael, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Yeah,
well, Michael, you're on the air.
Thank you, sir. A long story short, I've got to run around for the last 7 weeks with different doctors on what's wrong with me. I've been in pain in my hip for 7 weeks. It's got a hitch in it now and caves in on me. I finally insisted on an MRI, and I went to an orthopedic surgeon. He diagnosed me with early vascular necrosis.
Okay.
And he said to me that blood circulation that comes down to the hip also goes down and does a loop back to the hip. And he says my blood circulation's been interrupted.
Yeah.
And he diagnosed me with there's 5 stages. I have early stage, and he says he wants to look at me for the next 5 weeks. But if it progresses to the 4th stage or whatever he says, possible hip removal. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, how much do you weigh?
190.
190. Okay. How tall are you, sir?
6'3".
Okay. And do you have any other issues? Any history of asthma, skin problems?
No.
Okay. Any bowel problems, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, appendicitis?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Char, this gentleman has two problems. Number one, he's got an arthritis in the ball part of the hip, ball and socket part of the hip, because the blood supply has been shut off. And the osteoporosis, the scar tissue, is squeezing the arteries as they go into that ball and shutting off the blood supply. So it's called avascular, meaning no blood supply, necrosis, death. Okay? And so we got to come at this two ways. We got to support maintenance repair from the osteoporosis, and we have to support blood flow into that ball. So what would you do for this guy?
I get him on. Oh boy, I get him on 2 healthy bone and joint packs, but then he needs extra Ultimate Daily, Cardio FX, and Cardio Sticks to open
perfect.
up the
You get an A+. Okay, Michael, Char is quite correct. You got to get rid of all the bad stuff that contributes to this. No carbonated drinks with meals because it neutralizes stomach acids. You won't be able to absorb minerals. You need to stay away from fried foods, processed meats, oils, and gluten. Okay, all that's got to go away. Get all the inflammation out of there so we can very quickly sort of support healthy blood flow through those obstructed arteries. And Char's exactly right. Big fellow like you, 190 pounds, I'd have you take 2 healthy bone and joint packs per month. There'd be 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and 15 Glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner, to support and promote maintenance repair of the cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone makes the bone itself, and that'll require 2 healthy bone and joint packs to pull that off. And then for the vascular stuff, to support healthy blood flow through these obstructed arteries, support healthy blood pressure, Char is exactly right. I'd have you take 12 of those Ultimate Daily tablets a day, 4 at breakfast, 4 at lunch, 4 at dinner. It'll be 2 bottles a month to pull that off. I'd also have you take, as she said, the Ultimate Cardio Sticks. Go ahead and take 3 of those a day, 1 at breakfast, 1 at lunch, 1 at dinner. That'll be 3 boxes a month. They come 30 in a box. Tear off the top, put them in a bottle of water, and sip on that. And then also, I would have you take the Cardio FX. Go ahead and take 3 of those twice a day. Be 2 bottles a month, and that's going to support healthy blood flow and healthy blood pressure. Give us a call every couple of weeks. Give us a call every time you kind of go visit this doctor, and watch the surprised look on his face when he does another CAT scan or MRI or ultrasound. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Wichita, Kansas, and Barbara, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Barbara, you're on the air.
Yes, Dr. Wallach. What would you recommend that I do at home, on our house, and on our body to use to counteract the electromagnetic frequencies that affect us daily from the smart meters that we're getting down here? There's no opt-out, and we have to have it, seems like, and don't know what to do to protect ourselves. You have any recommendation?
Yeah, we actually have a division of Youngevity that has these. You know these things. You know the little necklace and the thing you put on your cell phone and things?
I have it. I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah. And so what would you tell this lady to do?
Yeah, it's I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I would get one and wear it all the time. I wear mine all day long, every day.
Yeah, it's a necklace with a little amulet at the bottom, and it's designed to fend off these energy things of energy fields. And, of course, then we have the little strips you can put on the telephone. And it's from the Quantum Water division. It's from the Quantum Water division of Youngevity. And so that's where I would go for that. And we literally have thousands of people who use them every month. I carry them with me on the road myself. I use them on the road because I stay in hotels a lot, and there's just electric wires everywhere. And you have all these big, I don't know what you call them, these big green boxes with all the electricity in there and stuff. And so I wear these things just to kind of fend off these electromagnetic fields. But that's a great question. It's the Quantum Water division of Youngevity that has those products you're looking for. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers. Oh, well, that answers that question. Well, stick with us. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Youngevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 94 Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to California. And Alexandra, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Alexandria, you're on the air.
Dr. Wallach, we have an employee here at work who has peripheral artery disease. He's 71 years old, weighs 165, and his circulation ultrasound test came back with carotid arteries 50% blocked, and his femoral arteries 50% blocked. And right now he's taking the Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 plus Pollen Burst, but we wanted to know if there's anything else he can take.
Okay, sure. Okay, Shar, here's a 71-year-old guy, 165 pounds, has peripheral artery disease, has 50% plugging of the femoral artery, 50% plugging of the carotid artery in his neck. What would you do to support healthy blood pressure and blood flow through obstructed arteries in this guy?
I get him on the Ultimate Daily, the Ultimate Cardio FX, and the Cardio Stick.
Okay. So, yep, I would put him, what would you give him for his multiple kind of thing?
Well, I think I'd get him on a Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, probably.
Perfect.
Well, Healthy
Perfect.
Bone and Joint Pack.
No. You're exactly right the first time. 165 pounds. He needs 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month. He's got plugged arteries. Okay, and so he needs 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. He needs, I'd go ahead and give him 3 of the Ultimate Daily tablets, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. There's 1 bottle a month. I'd also give him the Ultimate Cardio Sticks. I'd go ahead and give him 3 of those a day, 1 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There'll be 3 boxes a month. They come in 30 in a box. And the Cardio FX. You'd have one of those sticks twice a day, or actually they come in capsules. Let's go with the capsules. Cardio FX, I'd go ahead and have him take 3 of the capsules, Cardio FX, at breakfast, 3 at dinner time, and that'll be 2 bottles a month. That's going to support healthy blood flow and also support healthy blood pressure. Now, what dietary restrictions would you give it? Because this is self-inflicted. This is not genetic, not due to age. He's doing something bad in his diet. What does he need to change, Shar?
He's eating oils. Oils inflame your arteries and inflammation, and he's got to stop all that.
Okay, no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates, nitrites. No oils. That means absolutely no microwave popcorn, no theater popcorn, absolutely no olive oil, no coconut oil, no margarine, no mayonnaise, no salad dressing, no cooking oil, and no gluten. Get rid of all the inflammation, which is the cause of these obstructions in the artery. And microwave popcorn is bad. I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize it until it was a front page story on the USA Today. It was, I forget the exact date, but it was June of 2015. And microwave popcorn, out of the top 10 sources of trans fats, microwave popcorn, I think, was like number 3, 2 or 3, is right up there. And so you need to really avoid that. And people are babysitting their kids. They give them microwave popcorn and watch TV while they're doing work in the kitchen or something like that, and or playing cards or whatever. And they let the kids babysit themselves on microwave popcorn. And this is one of the reasons why our kids are not going to live as long as us. Just think, Vice President Joe Biden buried his son at age 47. You have somebody like Steve Jobs died at 56. Iwata from Nintendo, another billionaire, dies at 55. The average lifespan of billionaires in America is 66. Okay? We got to change what we're doing. Otherwise, experts say our children will be the first generation in America that do not live as long as their parents. I'm not prepared to sit back and watch that happen. So we're going to have to be obsessive in avoiding the bad stuff, obsessive in taking the good stuff, and then that prediction will not come true. If you don't change what you're doing, that prediction will come true. And I can't think of anything worse than standing at a gravesite burying your children at many different ages. I mean, kids are getting multiple sclerosis is now 10 months of age because of all the microwave popcorn and things that have oils in them, salad dressings and stuff like that, fried foods. Don't do it, okay? And don't forget to get the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, and the new one, Prepare, okay, the Prepper's Survival Bible, and a republication of the book Rhino Express, a kid's true adventure story of me catching rhino to save the species. Well, we'll be back another day. Thank you so much, Char. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks.
Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Ancient Legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide, with many of Ancient Legacy's oils coming directly from families in the East that have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years, for use in restoring balance to the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual nature of everyone. If you aren't experienced with aromatherapy, we suggest getting Ancient Legacy's Basic Starter Kit, an introductory kit specially designed for people just learning about the benefits of aromatherapy oils. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit line of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. If you're looking to lose weight, try JavaFit Diet Plus 62, a high-energy, gourmet coffee fortified with a blend of nutrients such as gambosia, citrus, and an extra shot of caffeine to pump up energy and help achieve a healthy weight. Unlike most diet drinks, you won't taste a difference. But for this to work, you can't load your coffee with cream and sugar. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there, in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.